Good morning, afternoon, hopefully not evening. You should work out in the morning, but anyway. I'm Shauna.
I'm Dominic.
And 17.
Whiteboard WOD, day number 17 for you guys. And make sure before you start the workout, you do the good curves warm up. We want to warm up some good body parts here, the good curves before we work out. What was our question of the day?
Oh gosh. What is your biggest screw up in the kitchen? And mine's like really easy. I probably screwed up worse, blown stuff up in the microwave or like made more of a mess. But my favorite one is
So what she's saying is she's messed up in the kitchen many times.
Many times. But we were about, we were about 8 or 9, and I had a babysitter, and my parents were gone, and we decided, my friend and I, we were going to bake something. I don't even remember what we were going to bake, but so we read the instructions like very carefully as 8 or 9-year-olds, and in reading so, we noticed that we needed a cup of baking powder. Well, if anybody knows, you don't ever use a cup of baking powder. So anyway, we went next door and we went to the neighbors and we borrowed as much baking powder as she had, which certainly wasn't a cup. So we thought, well, it'll be okay with like 2/3 of a cup of baking powder, and let's just say that didn't end well.
Wait, what happened?
Well, baking powder makes stuff
like
rise and bake.
So
and,
like fill your oven up? Just
right, and it was absolutely everywhere. The oven was not cleanable by the cleaning. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really ugly. Mom came home as it was baking. Yeah, it wasn't good.
I think that's awesome. 2/3 cup baking powder.
Not a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. All you kids at home that are watching this, take that advice now.
All the baking powder. Put all the baking powder in. What have I done? I had roommates, lived at Heritage Place Apartments in Burlington over here. Great apartments. But we had pizza, like we bought pizza, a ton of pizza, and we just had it set in the oven because our kitchen was really small, so we just had stuff set in there and everything. And one of the roommates decided that she wanted to bake cookies and just cranked the oven up really high, not realizing there's pizza boxes with pizza in it. And I'm pretty sure they were stoned. And the oven lid caught on fire, and fire wrapping around cabinets and everything. It was a full, yep, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, anyways, good curves warm up. Make sure you do the good curves warm up today. And then what do we have, Shauna? This looks pretty simple. Is it simple?
Looks simple, not easy.
So we have two versions. We have an RX and we have an RX Plus. What's the difference between these two?
So for the standard WOD, you're going to start with 10 of each, do 9 of each, 8 of each, and so on.
10 to 1.
If you look here though, when you get to your sit-ups, you're doubling by 2. So you're actually going to do 20 sit-ups the first round, 18 the second round, etc. Now, if you're Stephanie, I didn't say that. You're going to look over here to RX Plus, and you're going to go 16, 16, and 32. Look at that.
Yeah, that was challenging.
That was good, huh?
Good job.
Yep, and then 15 and so on.
Either.
That's right.
So we have either a 10 to 1 for RX, 10 of each movement except double on the sit-ups, and we have a 16 to 1 for RX Plus. Either of these, both very, very doable. Take your time on them. We'll give you a couple pointers. So first thing for the kettlebell swings, what am I doing here to make sure I have a good kettlebell swing?
You're going to make sure that you are, number 1, picking the kettlebell up with your chest up, making sure you're using your hips, and your arms just go for a ride. Keeping your hands nice and loose at the top, so that way your grip doesn't get, your grip doesn't get all wasted.
Yeah, so what's gonna happen during these is if you're doing this many kettlebell swings and if you grip that kettlebell tight the entire time, your forearms are just gonna get toasted. So at the top, I actually release the grip.
If you guys can look,
floating.
He's also got his pinkies kind of outside of the kettlebell.
Just because they don't fit.
But it actually really helps, and it almost requires you to loosen that grip up at the top.
And you can do the exact same thing with dumbbell. Release the grip a little bit at the top.
And really, if you are doing them with the dumbbell, really make sure you are doing that release, because you're also using a little bit of chest to hold your hands around that dumbbell to keep it from moving out of your hands. So you really want to do that with the dumbbell.
Ooh, and then next you have burpees. Everybody know what a good burpee looks like, but we're gonna show you anyways. Your chest's gonna be on the ground. So you're getting all the way down. You're pressing back up, hopping up, jumping, either clapping the top or hands overhead at the top. And you can scale this too by stepping down. Again, chest on the ground though. Coming back up, jumping at the top.
Or
you can scale it by stepping down and even stepping back up too. Look at that.
make sure your chest hits the ground. That's the most important part.
Yep.
Sit-ups. Woo!
I like sit-ups.
We don't have our pillow or our bag of a set ready for him to put underneath his back, but you
That's
can also
okay.
use a couch pillow if you need to support your back. But we need to make sure that we touch all the way behind our heads when we recline and all the way up in front on our feet when we sit up.
When you recline, it's gonna be way easier doing sit-ups thinking about reclining.
That's right. Make sure your abs are tight. Make sure everything is all the way back and all the way forward.
Bam, that's
Bam.
it. 10 to 1 or 16 to 1. I think you guys got it.
You got it. Happy Saturday.